none of this is interesting, but I guess this is what vlogging is. Well, I got to my lash appointment early because even though, hold on, let me take you out of here because that's like a really weird angle. Even though I have it written down in like 100 different places, that my appointment's at 11. I looked at my phone at the light a minute ago and it's at 11:30. Sit here in the parking lot for 30 minutes and I don't know, I figured I'd vlog because I've been wanting to try vlogging. It's kind of a pain. I've kind of tried it before and it's a lot, but I'm gonna try it again. And now that I'm kind of like stuck here for 30 minutes, I thought I'd try. No makeup because lash appointment. I don't wear makeup to my lash appointment because I can't get my lashes wet. I don't want to have to wash off a lot of stuff. It's easier to wash my face when I'm not trying to wash off makeup. After this, I need to run into the grocery store, but I forgot my list. So I think what was on the list was bread, Jolly Ranchers, hot glue sticks, if the grocery store has them. They probably will. There was one more thing on the list, and I can't remember what it was. It wasn't anything like eggs or milk. I have no idea what it was. I don't know. I guess we're just going to forget that thing. It just goes to show that people can look really organized. Like you see my planners on YouTube and Instagram and stuff. I didn't know what time my lash appointment was today, and I forgot my grocery list, even though it's written on a sticky note, stuck to my daily planner. The things that you think you know about people based on what you see on the internet and social media. I mean, that's not really like an accurate representation. Even for someone like me, who I try to make a really good effort to make sure I'm not like faking anything. But still, looking at my feed, it can look like I have it all together. But I definitely do not. After the grocery store, we're going to go to the library. I have a book hold ready, and I don't remember what it is, so I can't talk about it. I'm going to drop off 2 books that I picked up, like a month ago and didn't even open. Although this book is due on the 12th, and I'm not even close to finishing it. And I would like to finish it. It's really good. It's about a single mom of like a 4-year-old. She inherits like her great aunt's property in like the middle of nowhere, Alberta, Canada. And the stipulation is that she has to live there for a year before she can sell it. And she's out of money anyway, so she moves from Arizona, I think it is, to Alberta, Canada, to homestead on this big, huge plot of land. And she's never done anything like that before. And she's got a 4-year-old daughter. And it's just really interesting so far. She finds her great aunt's journal, and I just got to that part where she found the journal and she started to read it. So she's kind of learning from the great aunt through the journal. I really like books like that. I like any kind of book where like it's like a coming of age story, or like someone being like super independent and like figuring stuff out on their own, and using what they have and just being like resourceful. And that tends to translate really well to like apocalypse and dystopian type stories too, because usually, when society breaks down and you can't just go to Walmart and buy stuff or get on the internet, right? Like you kind of have to figure out how to live on your own and survive and everything. So I tend to like books like that too. So if you can think of any recommendations for books like that, I would love to hear them. Leave a comment below and let me know. The other thing I wanted to say about vlogging is that like today's is just gonna kind of be like a run around and do some errands with me. Hopefully I can keep it short, even though I'm rambling now. But I want to try to do maybe a vlog a week. If not, if that's like too ambitious, which it may be, but we'll find out, then maybe once a month. maybe I can take little clips here and there and then like stitch them all together and have like a monthly vlog. I don't know. I really want to like, I feel like you don't see my face on the channel a lot, and I don't really put my face on Instagram a lot unless you watch my stories. Sometimes I pop in on there. But like, I'm a real person and I want to say hi to you and I want to get to know you. I figured out while I've been sitting here that I can prop up my phone with this little like suction cup thing I have. So it's a much better angle. We're not so close, and I don't know, it's a little bit more flattering this way, I guess. But anyway, I'm leaving all that in because, you know, I'm trying to be real. This was my list. The other thing I couldn't remember was this hot sauce. And I did remember it once I got in there. They did not have glue sticks. We were out of hot cocoa and I remembered that when I saw it on the end cap. Got the kettle going for some tea. And this is my tea drawer. I think I'm gonna go for something caffeine free because it's the afternoon, and I think we'll go with this one. Cranberry Vanilla Wonderland sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna show you my library books. This was a freebie bag from Erin Condren from the launch. So this is called Wildwood by Eleanor Florence. I got this like forever ago. I really like it, I just haven't made any time to read. And then I don't know why I did this, but I got more books because I can't help it. So I got Debbie Macomber Jingle All the Way. It's a Christmas novel. I usually read one of these every year. I'm pretty sure I haven't read this one yet. And I don't know, if you've read it, let me know. I think this one says it was a Hallmark movie. Or I don't know, I looked at a bunch and one of them said it was a Hallmark movie. It's basically the book form of a Hallmark movie. This was the book that I had on hold. It's called Many Lives, Many Masters by Brian L. Weiss, MD. I went to a wedding recently and the bride told me about this book. Basically, they did some therapy, past life therapy, and the stuff that came up in this therapy, like, it was like stuff that happened in a previous life. It sounded interesting when she told me about it, and so I immediately put a hold on it, like while we were sitting in the airport, and it came, so. And then I got this knitting. It's called First Time Knitting, The Absolute Beginner's Guide. Learn by doing, step-by-step basics, and 9 projects. It's like, you know, it's a book on how to knit. I've been wanting to knit for a long time. I used to crochet when I was a kid. I don't remember how to do that either, but I have some knitting stuff, and that's one of my goals for 2023 is to do some creative things. And I also just want to use up the stuff that I've like purchased. And the bookstore at the library, like the used bookstore, they were having a sale. All their hardback fiction was buy one, get one free. And they're only $4 to begin with. So I got 2 hardback books for $4, $2 a piece. And I'm pulling the sticker off of one. Oh, I'm gonna rip it. I thought I would be able to get this sticker off of here, but I don't know. I'll have to try later. So I got Ask Again Yes, a novel by Mary Beth Keane. This has been on my list to read for a while. And so I have the book now, and maybe I'll read it. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll put it on my shelf. This is The Poisonwood Bible, a novel by Barbara Kingsolver. I tried to read this a long time ago. It's right up my alley with like the type of book it is. But at the time, I don't think I was like ready for it or whatever, and I never finished it. And I'm talking years and years ago. It might have been when it was new. I vaguely remember sitting in my car in my driveway in my old house, and we moved out of that house in 2014. Anyway, I vaguely remember like looking through this book back then. It says it was written in 1998, so yeah, basically it wasn't new then, but I tried to read it before and I didn't finish it, but I want to give it another shot, so I just went ahead and bought it. And it's very long, so it's nice that I own it. I say very long. It's like 400. Oh, it's 543 pages. So, I mean, it's long. So anyway, that's what I got from the library. Oh, I was going to go. I think I started to say this earlier, and then as, you know, usual, I distracted myself and didn't finish my thought. But I was going to go to Bath & Body Works to get, what are those things called? I think they're called Wallflower. They're the little plug-in, like scented oil things that Bath & Body Works does. I'm pretty sure it's called Wallflowers. Anyway, I have a Christmas one. It's like a snowman. And the little wallflower refill thingy broke somehow. And so anyway, I needed to get a new one. Usually I can buy it. I only use it at Christmas time. And so like I can buy it and then use it for years before it runs out. But I decided not to go do that. It's just to use this thing I bought a long time ago. And I just don't really need to do that. I have scented wax, like the wax warmer little cubes. I have a bunch of those I can use. And I really love Glade, just regular Glade pine candles, like the Christmas tree smelling one. And those are cheap and there's always coupons for them. My family is kind of boring in that they don't like smell good stuff, and so I usually can only run the wax warmer for like an hour and then I start complaining about it. I didn't need to invest in stuff like that anymore. I know this season is very much like buy this, buy that. Sales, big sales, Black Friday sales, Christmas sales, buy all these gifts for people, buy food, and it's a lot. So I just wanted to say, like, you get to choose if it's too much, and then you can not do that. I say this after having just been at one of my favorite grocery stores, and they had a whole lot of cute stuff that would match my decor. Like I have like colorful stuff. You can see my Christmas decor is all very colorful. It's kind of hard to find stuff that fits that aesthetic, but I found so much stuff at the grocery store that would match, but I didn't buy any of it because I don't need it. I just don't need it. I did want to get one ornament because we don't have an ornament for this year yet, but I decided that we'll make one because that's more special anyway. This is one of my favorites. This is the one I did in 2020. It's just a gingerbread man. It's just dough. I found a recipe online and made it. It used to smell like cinnamon. I just decorated my gingerbread man and put a mask on him because it was 2020 and that's what we were doing. So we'll always remember that. Time to make dinner. Just a simple dinner tonight. Skillet queso. It's really easy. We just have some leftover taco meat, a jar of queso, avocado, some leftover scallions from the other night, tomatoes, cilantro, an onion, and of course tortilla chips that I'll throw in the air fryer because that makes them all nice and like warm and good, just like when you go to a restaurant. So I'm going to dice this up, throw it in the skillet, throw the meat in the skillet with it, and then once that's warmed through, then I'll just pour the queso dip in there. If it's too thick, then I will thin it out with some like cream or half and half or milk or whatever I have. And then I will chop up the rest of the vegetables and I will top the queso with it, and then I'll serve it right like that in the skillet.